You know, a lot of people don't know that we're sisters. You know, that's something I never talked about in the beginning because I didn't want it to be a crutch. You know, I didn't want people to be like, oh, you know, that's her sister. I didn't want that to be my accolade of mine. But now that, you know, I've solidified my spot, then I go ahead and talk about it. But a lot of people don't know it, though.
Nia Long and Sommore may be one of the most distant pairs of sisters in Hollywood. At first, many people assumed their lack of public interaction was simply a way for Sommore to build her own career without constantly being introduced as Nia Long's sister. That explanation made sense because Nia became famous first and already had a strong name in Hollywood, especially within Black entertainment. Sommore, meanwhile, was trying to establish herself as a comedian based on her own talent and personality. However, even after both women became successful in their own right, they still seem to have very little connection with each other publicly. This has made people wonder if there is something deeper behind their distance. Sommore has reportedly chosen to keep her relationship with Nia private, and some of her comments have suggested that the sister she knows privately is not someone she wants to have a close relationship with. That has naturally led to questions about what may have happened between them and why they appear to live such separate lives. Both Nia Long and Sommore have always been extremely private about their personal lives. They are rarely seen together, and neither woman regularly talks about their relationship in interviews. One of the first times many people learned that they were biological sisters was when Sommore discussed it during an interview with Divine Martino. She explained that she deliberately avoided talking about Nia because she wanted to create her own identity as a comedian. She did not want audiences to think of her only as Nia Long's younger sister. That decision was understandable. Nia had already become a recognizable actress and had built a successful career before Sommore became widely known as a comedian. If Sommore constantly mentioned their family connection, it could have made it harder for her to receive recognition for her own work. At one point, Nia appeared to acknowledge their relationship publicly by sharing a side-by-side photo of herself and Sommore on Instagram. She jokingly referred to Sommore as the funny one in the family. Sommore initially liked the post, but the picture was later deleted without much explanation. That small moment caused people to speculate about whether Sommore felt uncomfortable with the attention surrounding their relationship. Another public mention came after their father, Daughtry Do Long, passed away in 2020. Nia shared an emotional tribute celebrating her father's life, describing him as an educator, mentor, poet, and important figure in his community. She also mentioned her sisters, including Sommore, while remembering the family's loss. It was one of the few moments when their family connection was openly acknowledged by Nia. Since then, however, there has been very little public interaction between the two. They have continued with their separate careers and personal lives, without regularly appearing together or discussing one another. Because of their silence, fans are left wondering what their relationship is really like behind closed doors. They are biologically sisters, but publicly, they seem to have chosen completely separate paths. Whether that distance comes from old family issues, personal boundaries, or simply a mutual decision to keep their lives private remains unclear. What is certain is that neither woman appears interested in making their sisterly relationship a major part of her public image.
Yeah, we have the same father, so yeah, my dad is proud.
Are you guys close?
We speak from time to time, but we're not. I won't be babysitting her kids, no.
You so silly. You all right with me, girl?
That's how it is in life. I tell people all the time, we have the same father. We're not necessarily sisters.
The situation was complicated from the beginning. Their father had Seymour in 1966, but his relationship with her mother did not last very long. The two eventually separated not long after Seymour was born. About 4 years later, their father began a relationship with another woman, who was Nia's mother. They later welcomed Nia into the family. However, that relationship also ended, and Nia's parents separated when she was only 2 years old. After the divorce, Nia's mother decided to leave New Jersey, where the family had been living. She moved with Nia to Iowa and later settled in Los Angeles. Because of this, Nia grew up without much of a father figure in her life. Seymour, on the other hand, was able to stay somewhat connected to their father because she lived closer to him. Nia has admitted that she felt resentful about this when she was younger. She wanted the same father-daughter relationship that Seymour experienced, but never had the chance to build it herself. Since the sisters also spent very little time together growing up, their relationship was naturally distant.
Because I think for a lot of years I was disappointed and angry, and I wanted, my dad to like read me a bedtime story and be there and do all of the things that a daddy is supposed to do.
This all happened long before the internet and social media became a major part of everyday life. Because of that, staying in contact was much harder than it is today. There were no easy ways to send messages instantly or keep up with someone from a distance. On top of that, it seems that neither side of the family did much to help the two reconnect when they were younger. As a result, Samar and Nia grew up living separate lives and did not have the kind of close relationship people might expect from family members. Still, Samar has explained that they eventually made an effort to reconnect as adults. They spoke on the phone a few times and even met in person on several occasions. However, those meetings reportedly never felt completely comfortable. There seemed to be an awkwardness between them, and they struggled to build a natural connection after spending so many years apart. At the time, Nia was already the bigger name in the entertainment industry, while Samar was only beginning to establish herself. Even today, Nia remains the more recognizable star in the family. However, her growing success also came with reports about her behavior on different movie and television sets. Over the years, Nia was described by some people as demanding and difficult to work with. There were claims that she had strong opinions about how her characters should look and behave, and she was not always willing to compromise. During the production of The Best Man holiday, Nia reportedly wanted her character to wear white instead of black during a funeral scene. According to reports, the disagreement delayed production for about an hour before the request was eventually accepted. Her time on Empire also reportedly created tension. Nia allegedly arrived late to set on a regular basis and became upset when Taraji P. Henson confronted her about it. She was also said to have pushed for her guest role to become much larger, potentially putting her character in direct competition with Taraji's character, Cookie. There were also reports that Nia frequently requested changes to her hair and styling. If she was unhappy with the way she looked, she would reportedly ask the team to redo it until she felt satisfied. Nia defended herself by explaining that she knows exactly what she wants and how she wants to present herself. In her view, being confident about her appearance and demanding the right look was simply part of knowing her worth.
We open doors for brown girls to be exactly who we are, and that's beautifully complicated. And so it's been a blessing and a curse, because here's what I do know. Nia Long knows her light. Nia Long knows her makeup. Nia Long knows her hair. And you probably can't talk me into something else unless you show me. If you want to call that difficult, then sorry.
But when Nia tried to bring that same kind of behavior into her relationship with Samar was not willing to accept it. According to reports, Nia expected her younger sister to show her more respect and give in to her because Nia was already the bigger star. Samar, however, entered the situation with a completely different mindset. She expected the two of them to meet as sisters and get to know each other on equal ground. Samar had already heard some of the rumors about Nia and the way she supposedly treated people, but she decided not to judge her based on what others were saying. She was willing to give her sister the benefit of the doubt and see for herself what their relationship could become. Unfortunately, things did not go the way she hoped. Once Samar felt that she was not receiving genuine respect from Nia, she decided to protect her peace and set boundaries. Instead of continuing to force a relationship that did not feel natural, she stepped away and left things as they were. Honestly, it is difficult to blame her for making that choice. Sometimes trying too hard to build a relationship can create even more stress when both people are simply not connecting. Nia also reportedly does not spend much time discussing her relationship with her sister, and seems comfortable with the idea that they may never become extremely close. At least there does not appear to be a need for them to compete with each other, or turn their situation into something similar to the public dynamic between Tia and Tamera. Some people who have met Samar describe her as sweet, humble, and very down-to-earth. They believe there is no serious hatred between the sisters. Instead, it may simply be a case of two people who never developed a strong bond. Not every sibling relationship is naturally close. Sometimes brothers and sisters grow up and realize they have very little in common. Both sisters have created successful lives in their own ways, and perhaps keeping some distance is what works best for them. What do you guys think about this situation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time, baddies.